page for everything, especially inside of the Facebook group, and something on the YouTube link that you guys can pass out and send out to help you recruit. Let's see here.
Good morning.
Hey, Giuseppe, good morning.
Good morning, Leroy from St. Louis.
Leroy, good morning.
Right.
All right. Yeah. That old brain is stimulated now, boy. There we go. There we go. I almost got us live too. We're good to go. Let's see here. All right, so this week we're gonna start like we always start, guys. But before we do our reflections for the week, definitely want us to make sure that we keep those reflections again real quick, 30 seconds to a minute. Just let us know what went on, this week in your life that was good. How many presentations you did, how many recruits you got, how many installs you got, how many, bills you turned in, and one nugget, from a standpoint of what happened this week that added value to your business, whether it was a training or whether it was whatever it was, something real quick, something real short, and something real positive though and powerful.
Mr. Boone, can I go first? When you released it, I'm at a session, but I wanted to participate when I could.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. And so,
Okay.
yeah, and one thing that I want to do, this is the reason, guys, I want to make sure that we're conditioning you guys to be chose to have the microphones when you when there were times where we need people to speak or give testimonials or something like that. We need to know that we can rely on you. And so this is how we condition the audience. This is how we condition our people to make sure we're training each other and training ourselves on how to speak. And so that's important. We had a really big ownership meeting yesterday, and that ownership meeting, we talked about a lot of good stuff. One of which, the new commercial company and partner is on board, and they went active, I think Monday, and they wanted to do a couple of different tests, on their services. And one of the things that we did that we went when we were coming up against with Watt Hub is that they were too black and white. There was no gray area. There was no creativity. There was no let's be flexible. Let's see what we can do to fix this thing, work this thing out. It was basically, just people who were, it's either this way or we're not gonna be able to do it. Is that we can't get creative, we can't do this, we can't do that. And then it was just too, but they had to have the requirements for kilowatts were too much. There was a lot going on. So this new company, and like I said, I'll give you guys the name when they allow me, but just know this, they are extremely creative. As a matter of fact, one of the deals, I think it was Matt Acosta, who he was working on, was a church, and they can only get the church about 60 to 65% energy, and they wasn't being creative to try to find another 35%. And so these guys are extremely creative. As a matter of fact, when they looked at this one, obviously the roof space on most of these buildings are not going to be equipped, to handle the size, of all of the energies on the building. So it takes for creativity. And so they use batteries and other things to come up with the rest of the percentage to get the church 100%. Plus, they talk the church into adding charging stations as well. So that the church, the nonprofit organization, I'm going to stop saying church, I don't know it was a nonprofit, so that the nonprofit organization could actually make a profit on the charging stations. So the board members of the church approved it. That deal is now going through with the company. And so that's great. So these guys are going to be using everything. They're going to be offering kilowatt deals, 30%, 30 kilowatts and higher, plus anything under 30 kilowatts, 20 kilowatts, stuff like that. They'll take a look at it and see if it's something that they really can do. And if they can get the job done, they're going to do it. One, two, again, they're the ones that's going to give us access to charging stations. They're going to be giving a bigger commissions. It'll be 35% on you're paying 35% on the actual profit, okay? Not on the deal, but on the profit. So that's huge, real big for a commercial, you know, but I'm excited about that. So I'm going to be getting you guys the information and within the next 24 to 48 hours on what you need to do and how to submit the lead, submit the bill. But that's going to be a real big deal for us, because now you can go to a lot of the smaller, like the churches, the smaller clinics, buildings, whatever, who are around about that 20, 18, 22 kilowatt threshold. Okay. So I think that's going to be big. We talked about the Mentor Factory. The Mentor Factory is going to be a great event, 2-day event. Also, for those of you who are getting in early, and they are going to Thursday morning. I think they're going to leave the main office at 10:30 a.m. And so if you're going to be there before they leave at 10:30 a.m., let us know. It's going to be a nice little turnaround, because I think it's an hour drive out to where they're at, hour 15-minute drive out to where it's at, an hour 15-minute drive on the way back. So, but if you're going to be there early, let us know. Next week, let's see here. Next week, we'll have Angel is at 6 o'clock. She's going to be doing the invite. She's going to be doing the role playing training on Monday at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we'll have a Millionaire Mentorship call. This week, I will be doing the Millionaire Mentorship call. JC snuck me last week. And then I'll be doing the company presentation on Thursday night, not Tuesday night, and kind of going to give you guys a heads up. Today, obviously, we have 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock presentations, powerful presentations. And what I'd like to ask is that one of the first one, even if you can't stay on the whole time, if you can jump on 5 minutes before the very first one at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, I really would appreciate that, because that's the one that I'm going to do, that I'm going to need the most energy on when it comes to hosting. And that way, we're going to be able to use that as a loop presentation, right? And Oma's going to set up to where we'll be able to loop that and have that on a specific day and multiple times some days, to where you can have a person go to, that presentation, and they'll consider it as a live presentation. They won't see it as being a recorded presentation, because we're going to record all the way from the introductions and where you guys are calling in from and everything else. And that's going to be good. That's going to be something that we'll be using. So 5 minutes early if you can, and we'll start recording at that point in time, and that's going to be pretty cool. So just some of the things that I wanted to, and that I did want to make sure you guys were up on. And then we did get some good feedback yesterday from the real estate presentation, and so I'm excited about that. So we, again, like I may mentioned earlier before we got started, I'm going to start to look at creating different presentations for different professions that we can do business with and partner with, and it'll help you guys have something real simple, real easy. In certain cases, 15 minutes, presentations for them to watch as a professional, and hopefully they see what we see. All right. So, Kathy, kick us off. I know you want to be first to know you're at the event, and let us know what you got this weekend as far as your reflection and what happened good for you this weekend. Okay. All right, Kathy, just let me know when you're back. Carla.
My apologies.
Oh, no, okay, there we go.
Yes,
Hey.
I just wanted to say I'm being very resourceful, being able to turn lemons into lemonades, bouncing back from all of the things that I've had encountered. But what I wanted to share was that I did a little traveling this week, and while I was there, I was talking to the person that I was with about the business and how effective it would be for her. I had my second what do you call it, session with Idris on yesterday for a potential solar client slash builder. So just wanted to share that really quick. Again, I am in prayer session. I apologize, but I will be listening.
Don't apologize for prayer. All right, pray for us. But yeah, but I appreciate that. Good stuff. Like I said, guys, this is good stuff. But we have more and more mentors coming on board right now. We are getting a lot of solar pros that are coming on board now. I know Dennis Macy's he's actually just brought on another one, and Landon Taylor just brought on Wendy out of Maryland, and she's a trainer as a mentor, like a solar pro trainer for the company she used to work for. The company she used to do solar with for years, had a team of about 8 people on a regular basis, anywhere from 5 to 10 on average, 8. And that's all she did was sell solar, sell security. And so now she's on board. And again, in-house already. Alfonso just brought on another one as well. So we got the solar pros are now starting to come, and it's not just based on the fact that our solar pros have the ability to make a ton of money, but and they do. And the mentorship situation is amazing when it comes to the organic leads, but a lot of them are really appreciate the business model itself. So go for solar and let them fall in love with everything else, and it'll take care of itself. So great job, Kathy. Carla.
Great morning, great morning. Thank you so much for allowing me to share, Mr. Bean. This week was fantastic, starting with the role play with Angel on Monday and all of the things that I learned from her and also from all the others who participated, as well as some of the Grant Cardone trainings that happened this week. And I was successful in getting my second appointment scheduled with Hans, which will be happening at the end of this month. And my first appointment will be happening this Thursday. So thank you so much for allowing me to share.
There you go. Awesome. And speaking of Hans, great presentation Hans did on Thursday night with me. We shared the stage, and but I definitely need you guys to step up and really get your presentation game together, because I want to share the stage with you guys. And I want to groom you guys for the big stage, I want to groom you guys for the big screen, and really put you in a position where you become some of the best, salespeople, not just in the company, but in the industry. And so presenting does that for you, right? It puts you in a position where you get that repetitious information, in your spirit, and you continue to put it in there, put it in there, and you're continuing to upgrade that information the whole entire way. What happens is now people start looking at you like you're just different. Like, Carla's not like us. Coffee's not like us. Thomas is not like us. This guy he's presenting, and he's getting better and better and better, and he's evolving. So that's the thing that people get to see, when they see you on your journey, when they see you actually going out there doing presentations over and over again. And so, matter of fact, one of the things that I will be training on at the boot camp is presentation mastery. So definitely I want to help everybody in the company, obviously, but I want to make sure the people who are in our family and get what they need as well. The one thing you don't want to do, and I always told my teams, and this is what we were good at, always told my teams, never let other groups make more money and learn more things from our leader. Okay? And that's something that you should adopt. That's something that you should preach. That's something you should teach. And something that you should live. Yeah. And so that's how I evolved my business, acumen over the years. One, by being better for myself, and then being better for my team, but being better, for the company. And so I want you guys to have the same focus. All right. Let's see here. Sarah George.
Hey guys.
Good morning. Cameras on today. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Big smile. That's what's up.
Like a week. I do apologize, but one of my biggest takeaways from this week was the fact that I got one of my first big checks from Build, and I was able to take my family on a surprise trip to Jamaica. My grandma didn't know, and my brother went for his birthday. And then while I was in Jamaica, I was actually able to take a meeting with a client to try and get solar. They didn't show up and we have to reschedule, but the fact that I was able to do that there was amazing. And then another thing that happened is that when I came back, my dog like pooed and peed on my bed and I had to get a whole new mattress. And it felt really good not having to be like, hey, mom, can I have like $300 to go get a new mattress? I could just say, you know what, just throw the mattress out. We'll go shopping for a new mattress. It'll be fine. So that's like one of my biggest takeaways from this week and something that made me feel really good about Build and the business.
Man,
and discipline the dog.
the discipline of the dog. Oh, you can afford another dog. Don't get rid of the dog. I'm just messing with you. But look, this is good stuff, you know, man, because this is the thing, as you know, so many people don't understand, you know, how impactful it is when you can do something like that. Most people are living check to check, and they'll never have an opportunity to do something like that. Now we, on two different occasions, two different cruises. I go on cruises because again, just it's the family thing. It's like everybody in the family wants to do that, and that's what they love, and quite frankly, that's what most people can afford, a cruise. It's as easy, as simple, you know, and all you can eat and everything else, and so I go to enjoy everybody else, not necessarily cruise, but the two most memorable cruises that I had, one was when I took my great aunt and my aunt and my brother and my two sisters on a cruise, and seeing them, seeing my grandmother's sister let her hair down, never been out the country, on a cruise for the first time, and seeing my aunt, you know, who basically, you know, thought I was going to be a failure in life. You know, I ended up turning around and taking her on a cruise. Now I'm her favorite nephew. It's just seeing all of them, my siblings, enjoy themselves. It did something to me and Kim. And then we turned around and did it again, and we took Kim's parents, you know, on a cruise, and her siblings came, but they can afford their own stuff. But they're entrepreneurs as well. But just taking her parents on a cruise, and watching her father, who's no longer here, have a moment like that, you know, before he moved on, you know, and watching her mom move on that cruise, and watching them, you know, do that thing, it just does something for you. And so when Dr. Arlene told me about, you know, Sarah, you taking your grandparents there and your family there, that hit me in my spirit, man. That took me back, and that's just one of those things that, guys, you got to put things on your dream board, because those things that I wanted to do, that I put on my list, my dream board to do. And so you got to put things like that on your dream board and on your to-do list, you know, so you know what you're working for. And then what ends up happening is, when it actually happens, what you'll do is you'll want that emotion, that feeling again, and then you'll go back and you'll go do whatever you need to do to make sure that you can have that emotion, that feeling, that the same exact feeling again. So thanks for blessing us this morning, Sarah. All right. We got Thomas.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Bean, for this platform. It's awesome. I wanted to just share reflections for the week. When the mentor factor was announced at the date, I had a conflict. I had a major conflict. But hey, it's been worked out, and I got my mentor factory tickets and my plane tickets, my hotel. Everything is paid for, ready to go. So I'm really, really excited about that. And then the other thing is I got an EV vehicle now, and I've been going to the EV charging station to charge until I get mine installed in my home. And man, I've been killing. I've been beating so many people, and I'm not even talking about solar too much. I'm talking about the business with people now. You know, at one time, all I was talking about was solar, solar, solar. But I see a shift now where I talk about business and I throw solar in. But just talking about the business, get people out there looking for income. They're looking to add income to their life, and that's a good place to meet people at, is at the EV charger station. So that's all I wanted to share today. Back to you, Mr. Bean.
Appreciate you. Now, that's hot. First of all, the fact that you're coming, like I said, one is always find a way. And most people, what they would do is they would say, "I got this going and I can't go," and that shows you where their priority is. And guess what? It can be a valid situation. It could be work, or it could be an event, or whatever, something that you have to do. Okay, but when you look at the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich, there's a chapter in there, the 55 alibis of old man if, right? And he talks about, it gives 55 examples of people who excuses, reasons, and why people miss their goals, miss their dreams. And he says, a lot of these things that people use to cop out, to flake out, to self-sabotage, whatever, basically are excuses. Most of them are excuses. And then some of them are actual valid reasons. Okay. He said, but the reason why most people fail is that their goals are smaller than even the valid reasons. Right. And so you got to put your goal when you have your goals here, and you have your, the things that's the obstacles or the events or whatever it is over here. If the valid reason is bigger, that means that you need to increase the size of your goal. If you're not finding a way, if you really believe that this company is the company, and that you can make a flat out fortune, and you want to get to $250,000 a month or $100,000 a month, it can't be like this, right? That $250,000 a month got to be up here, and you got to find a way to make this this reason, this valid reason, go away for a minute, or put that on hold for a minute. That'll be there when you get back, right? That event is a game changer. It's a life changer. So one, kudos to you on that, man. That's huge. Two, the the EV stations. I don't know what it is, but then every week is the EV station testimonial where people picking people up at the EV station about solar, and that's the cool thing about it. Business, solar, it all, go where people need solar, right? Like I said, like you said, if you're gonna hang out at the EV station, hang out. At the EV station, have some conversations at the EV station, have some flyers, some like some of the flyers I put in the group, about homeowners and people who need solar. That's you have something like that with you, in the car. Hey, take this with you while you're at it, because I do solar. We're going to be having EV stations, and we're also going to be in a position where we put EV stations in people's houses and stuff. So, stay in touch with me. That way, you won't have to come back here 100% of the time, or whatever it is. You'll come up with your deal. But guys, go where people need, where people need to charge. So everything else will work its way out. Appreciate you. Great way to hit us up this morning. Miss Coffee.
What's popping, Coach?
Everything now.
Wealthy rising, everyone. Super grateful to be able to share with you guys. We had a fantastic week. Team brought on 4 builders so far. We have a event this evening to launch those individuals. Actually did a game plan session. Strategically, when we're bringing people on now, we're game planning them with the intent of them getting their first check that following month. So that is our new strategy, with the 4 immediately launching people within 72 hours, making that sacrifice to make certain that we're getting people that first check. It's imperative that they get paid as quickly and expeditiously as possible. People tend to stay longer and want to work harder if they're being compensated. They didn't come on to play, they came on to get paid. So we want to make sure that that manifests for them. So we'll be doing that on today. We did about 11 networking events this week. Super excited about that. Been connecting with individuals about the water filtration system, and did 5 presentations individually for this week as well. So we're setting up one-on-ones to do the presentation every day. We'll be doing the presentation this evening at 6 Central Standard Time on all social media platforms. So super excited about that. Just growing and doing what needs to be done to make things happen. I appreciate how you shared when it comes to building, because I was guilty of that. I was building on one side and ended up, hop-legging. And that's the only reason why I'm not a builder right now, because I did that. Otherwise, I would have hit builder 500. So I appreciate you clarifying for us the necessity of left, right, military style. I worked for the military. I should know better. However, just looking at the numbers and thinking, oh, I need to put everybody on. Oh, I need to do this. No, ma'am, you've been asking every other question. Why you didn't ask that question? Nonetheless, I appreciate you for all the support, the leadership that you give to us. All the 3 ways that we knocked out this week literally drove people to actually partner with us. So we're super excited about just learning from you. And guys, this is a nugget that Mr. Bean shared with me. Whenever he does a 3-way, if you have 2 devices, go ahead and make certain that you record that 3-way conversation so that you can duplicate what you heard. The reason why we've been doing how we're doing, because when we bring people on, we want to dump them into a system, not into us. Plug them into the system, not into you. That way, no matter what happens with you, they'll still be rolling. And I yield my mic with that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, first of all, the information that she just talked to you guys about how to build the structure, that came from the leadership call that we had Thursday night. And guys, if you're going to be a builder, and again, this is not necessarily for my solar people, but if you're going to be a builder and you're going to really put yourself in a position where you want to build a subscription portfolio, you definitely want to make sure that you get to the leadership group. You want to make sure that you are a part of the leadership group for our team. So we're going to have leadership calls, leadership trainings, high level information that I will not be training on the lower level platform, because quite frankly, everybody is not ready for that. It's intensive information. And so it's 7-figure information, right? So make sure you get there. But great job on the networking events, 11 events. That's fire. Angel, again, is just right now. Angel, you got a little competition.
We got it from Angel. We got it. We got it from Angel, Coach. We got it from Angel.
Create your competition. I'm also, you create your competition. You know what I'm saying? Angel out here creating a competition, right? And so it's good stuff. And so, but everybody's taking it. Even it's in a whole other country now. Like people like Victoria's in South Africa doing events on a regular basis because sitting down with Angel. You know what I mean? And so we can all learn something from somebody. Matter of fact, I actually was just telling everybody I talked to about Angel's training. I'm still talking about Angel's training, when we were in Cancun, right? And one of the best things about that weekend is that she trained, and so so that's huge. But keep on getting your networking events up, and so speaking of that, no way, Angel, I talked to a guy that Angel met, and he said the same thing. Every event he's at, she's at. And I made a joke. I said, yeah. He said, almost everyone. I said, no, she's at everyone you're at. She's probably just on a different side of the room. You didn't see her. She's at all of them. And so she don't miss events. And so, but that's how. And so, but I appreciate you also doing your own events, your own presentations rather. So when you do your own launches, what ends up happening is, you now start a culture of people doing their own launches, right? If I'm doing 100% of everything you do, that means, guess what? Your people are going to wait for you to do 100% of everything that they do. That basically you're teaching them, how to be dependent, right? And then you get frustrated because no one wants to do anything on their own. Well, it's because they don't see you doing anything on your own, right? They don't see you grabbing the gauntlet and running with it. So if you want an independent group, go be an independent individual. But I'm gonna just say the independent people are the most supportive people, right? The independent people have more access to the leadership than dependent people, which again, independent people, when they call, when they text, those people have extreme value. And so it's easy, for us to go out there and pick up the phone, pick up the text message and say, okay, hey, what you need? And address it, because we know they're always doing something positive, income producing, group growing type of activity. So get yourself in line, right, with leadership. Get yourself in line with the support, and put yourself at the front of the support list. At the front of the 3-way list, the lifeline list. The lunch call list. Come to my city list, by going out there building it. Because when we start traveling and going to different markets, as we're going to the markets where people are plugged in, they know the system, we know what to expect when we go to your city, right? We know how you're inviting, because you're inviting how we taught you. We know how you're building, because you're building how we taught you. So when we go there, there's no surprises. We know exactly what to expect, and we expect everything to be done systematically. So that's another thing. When you actually doing all your presentations, especially in your market, and you your market, that's how you get the leaders to your city. Because I'm just trying to figure out what city is going to be the first to stand up and go put a bunch of people in business for me to come out and spend the weekend with you. Okay. And so come out on a Friday night, have leadership dinner. And then on Saturday, we have a Solar Saturday event, presentation in the morning and training training in the afternoon, right? And so I see you, Doc. I see you putting your bid in. I got you. I got you. So go out there, do your own presentations. Go out there and grow your groups. Go out there and grow your markets. And so I can come and throw some gasoline on it. Awesome. All right. There you go. Thank you, Coffee, again for the coffee. I appreciate you. All right. Another little pick me up. All right. Who is this here? We got Jeremy Dennis.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So first off, I had my first solar consultation this week. Got another one lined up for Monday. I had two good takeaways. So I was getting ready to mow some grass, and there was a lady walking. There was a guy sitting, in his car, and they stopped and started talking. So I was putting my weed eater away. I walked up over to him and I said, "Hey, wonder if I could talk to you guys about solar." And the first thing out of the guy's mouth was, "I ain't interested. I don't believe in solar." And then the lady said, "My husband works at Ameren." So I kind of stepped back for a minute, asked him to explain himself, what was about it. By the time that conversation was over, he said, "Can I have your card again now?" He asked me for my card because I had explained why solar was so important. I had another guy that I had talked to, and this all comes from training and going through the three-way with you and the consultation with Idris. That I when you guys are talking, I'm picking up nuggets from you guys. I'm listening to what you guys are saying. So when I go out there and present this, I know what to say. So a guy, I was giving him the spiel, and he looked at me, he said, "How long have you been doing this?" I said, "I've been in about a month now." He's like, "You sound like you've been in it for 20 something years." I said, "No, it's got good leadership, good training." That's what I explained to him. But besides that, I just been, knocking on doors, calling up businesses, and doing stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, stuff like that, you're doing a lot of it. And one, just going back, just having conversations with people. Yeah, again, guys, all you have to do is start the conversation. When you know what you're talking about, start the conversation. And when you know what you have your hands on and you don't know what you're talking about, just start the conversation. Okay. A closed mouth never gets fed. And I don't see people who don't open their mouth, selling solar. Literally. Again, as they say, you hear scary salespeople have skinny kids as nobody's eating, right? And so you want to make sure that you do what he's talking about. Guys, three ways. It's if you just sit back and listen to three ways, there's a lot of nuggets, on three ways, right? And when you look at, you talk about the consultation, remember, that's the reason why they call solar presentations, and the person who's doing the mentor, as you can learn so much, from being in a solar presentation, and because it's crazy how you have people who you go out there and you have a solar presentation done, and the person doesn't get an install or they get a credit fail or something like that, and you're extremely disappointed. And you can look at that as a college course, really. If you just sit back and say, okay, now I've recorded this and I'm listening to this verbiage, I'm listening to this jargon. I didn't know any of this stuff until this actual call. Guys, you made money just by learning. Okay. See, this is the thing. You remember, you're paid and you're compensated based on the value that you bring to the market. Okay. If you are a solar moron, right, you could be an academic genius in school and college, and you know everything about your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s. You know nothing about solar. You know nothing about alkaline water. You know nothing about business in general. You know subscriptions. Like your IQ for business is down here. And because most people don't understand that you could be an academic genius, right? And a economic moron, right? You got to get this up here, right? To where you're good. You got to increase this. And you can't increase it without being in the way of the information. So when I'm evolving my information, I'm increasing my IQ when it comes to business. I'm increasing my business acumen, right? With or without a presentation, I'm going to look for the information. When I'm on, presentations with a solar person, I ask them to send me the recording, and I make sure that I have my questions ready before the presentation. So when I sit down with the presenter, the mentor, I ask these questions so I can get the answers that I need so I can feel comfortable having conversations with people, guys. And so a lot of us are missing the moment. A lot of y'all are focusing on the check, right? You're 50% or 30 of the 70%, right? And there's so much more if you come out of you're coming out of that event with just a check or just a disappointment because you didn't get it, you're missing the whole entire boat. Yeah. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to grow from. And the people who are doing the most presentations with mentors and the people who are doing the most three-ways and lifelines, you're learning how to communicate with people about what we do and who we are. And that's going to create a lot of frustration and resentment. And you'll look at other people with envy based on the fact that they are having the success and the results that they're having, and you'll compare them to yours. And at some point in time, what you'll do is you'll shrink into the darkness and you'll fall to the back of the room, and then you'll fall out of the room and out of the business. Okay. And so that's what happens when you see your classmates. Okay. You're the class of March 2024, right? And you came in with Idris, you came in with Brenda, you came in with Angel, you in that class of March 2024, and all of a sudden you see these guys out here that's just growing up the rank, and you're still where you're at. And so what happens is you don't want to go to the class reunion, you don't want to go to the meeting, right? You don't want to get on the calls because the people who are in your class is blowing you out. They're there, and you now all of a sudden your self-esteem won't allow you to show up where you need to be. That's why you have people who miss their moments and miss their millions, right? And so now you're in here with the underclassmen, right? You're in here with the September class, September 2024. You're usually on the same level with these guys, right? You're in remedial, or you've been held back, right? That's how you feel, right? When you actually start to compare yourself against people, because none of y'all are comparing yourself against me. You're comparing yourself. You're looking at the person who came in around the same time you came in, and that's who you compare yourself to. And if you see these people out here killing it, they're killing it for a reason, and you're not for a reason. Okay. And so that's very, very important. Okay. But three ways, again, Dennis is going to always collect information faster than most people because he's actually doing more, activity than most people. He's talking to somebody, they're just walking by people, driving by people, flagging people down, eyesight rule type situation. So he's always talking to different people. So he's doing different three ways, which means that he's getting different information, which means that he's going to have a whole entire database of wealth files that he can pull from that most people want. That one three-way you did, you got access information from that three-way versus somebody who's doing 10, 15, 23 ways. With 10, 15, 20 different types of people and different types of scenarios that want different types of things, that have different types of challenges and different types of problems, right? So when he hears me communicate with these individuals and give them specific directions and instructions, he's learning at the same time. No different than Julie, no different than Angel, no different than Idris, no different than Landon, no different than Kylerie. People who do three ways all the time, Coffee, Dr. Arlene, they are all upgrading their information, which means that the ability for them to impact society and the market is immense. So the more challenges you help people solve, the more money you make, because that's what you're in the industry and in the business to solve problems. right? That's what and the problem is people who don't have solar. Like we have 4 million plus homes. By the way, anybody who's in Georgia, Carolina, Florida, and anybody who's been affected by the hurricane, guys, prayers going out to you and your families and people who are in those areas. So if you know people who are in those areas, reach out to them, make sure that they're doing fine. But yeah, 4 million houses out there who don't have electricity right now on that side of the world, based on the hurricane. One of our partners, Priscilla, is out of power they said it's going to be for a week. She's in a hotel, her and her family, an hour away from where they live, because that's the nearest town that has solar, has energy, right? And so people need what we have, right? They do need it. The only reason that they don't have it is because you haven't put yourself in a position to offer it to them in a way that they can receive it, right? And so again, anytime somebody who doesn't have solar gets hit with a hurricane, loses power, and we know those individuals, it's our fault that they don't have solar and their family's not taken care of. And that's kind of how you want to look at it. Take responsibility for it. Right? So great job, Jeremy, man. Keep it going. And all those businesses that you are talking to, now you get a chance to light them up now with this new commercial company. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. I got the link coming to you this weekend, bro. I promise you. All right. So we're going to end it with Jerick, but I have Angel, Dr. Arlene, and Raphael first. So Angel, go ahead.
All right. Hi, Mr. Bean. Hi, everyone. It's been a great week. I have basically two builders. One's affiliate, but I know he's about to be a builder. He just
Yeah.
has some financial situation. And we actually talked after the call, Mr. Bean, and I said, "You're not at the event I'm at because I'm at the better event. I researched my events." And he said, "True." He said, "True." He's one of the ones that's like, "Angel, where you going?" Every week he texts me, so we're like networking partners. But I'm super excited. I've been working, with the team and helping a lot of the team grow. And it's, like, I don't know how you and Mrs. Bean do it, but it's a crazy task. I just gotta say, from ups and downs, because, you have, and you kind of, when you start having that bigger team, you kind of see exactly what you teach us, Mr. Bean. Like everything that you do, I'm looking at the difference in the teams. Like there's teams that are like they're coming in strong, they're coming in fast, they're getting started fast, but they're not plugging in and they drop out just as fast as they came in. And then I have teams that are plugged in and they're moving, they're trudging along. Not everyone is going at a fast pace, but they're plugged in and they're continuing to grow at a slower pace, but they're like you said, they're growing and growing and growing instead of you having to like keep on bringing in more people because people keep on dropping off because they're not plugged in. So being plugged in, I've seen this week as a major change. So if you want for your team to be, to really sustain, you have to plug in. That was my number one lesson this week on how I'm seeing how my teams are flowing. And I love it because this week I was like, you know what? I need to go out there and I need to find some hungry people. So I did find some hungry people. They got on board. They're excited. They're ready to rock and roll. And so that was and you taught me like we need to be able to show, we got to work with the hottest and the newest, right? And the people who appreciate our time and value that. So it was a great lesson today. And I have to give kudos out to Bree because I see how you feel the love for us. Because Bree, I gotta give you a shout out. I've always been building stuff on my own, Mr. Bean, right? I'm real good at building stuff on my own. I can hit my ranks, but Bree, you're one of the first people on this team that actually came out. She called me yesterday and she said, "Angel, what do you need to hit Builder 2000?"
See, that's the thing. Now, when you have team members out there that do that, we talk about the circle of impact, right? And you had a circle of impact, guys. You set out to help two different types of people. All right. And some of y'all see me draw this out. Some of y'all basically, watched that presentation before, but you're in the middle, right? And so you always want to know, okay, so my leader is at this rank, and I know they need this much volume to get to their next rank. So I know I have my goal for my rank. So now I need to find people who are in my success team that I can actually, help them hit their rank. And when I help them hit their rank, it's going to give me my rank, and it's going to provide volume for my leader to hit their rank. And so now you create loyalty and a belief and a really nice, strong relationship with the people who are in your success team. They trust you, believe in you, they'll go to war with you. And then, what you do is you create access, more and more access, with your leader, because your leader sees that, hey, this is a person that's out there grinding. This is a person that's out there ranking, advancing. And as a matter of fact, give an example. Let's say if in this example, let's say Angel's goal is right now is build a 2000. So now you have Bree who's saying, you know what, I want to be build a 1000 because I know, I want to make sure I'm at least 1000 on one side of her business. So what I need to do is I need to go find at least 3 people who want to be builder 500. Right, I go find, and I'm sponsoring 10 people, so I can find at least 3 or 4 that I can work with, that I can get the builder 500, and that's going to be more than enough volume, to help Angel do at least half of what she needs. And so, and now every time when Angel hits, builder 2000, she's excited and she's appreciative. She's looking down at she's looking at Bree and the organization saying, I can rely on this person. If this person needs anything, they can count on me. 1, 2, she's freeing Angel up from having Angel to do her job. Okay. And so now it allows Angel to go out there and be more creative as a leader and go out there and help more people and go out there and build wider and deeper, because now this is one person I don't have to worry about. As a matter of fact, every month that I wake up, I know that because of Bree, I only have to worry about $1,000 in volume or $500 in volume to get the builder 2000. And so now every time Bree is building up rank, beneath her and helping people go build a 1000, now she's got 3 people who hit build a 1000, right? And so now and then she got a couple other people sprinkled in. So now she's at builder 4000, right? Based on the fact that she was trying to help Angel, her leader. So guess what? Now Angel is halfway to build a 8000 based on, and now that's all she has to worry about is everything outside of Bree. She doesn't have to focus on Bree. All she has to do is support Bree and be there for Bree whenever Bree needs anything, 3-ways, lifelines, cameo appearances, whatever. And she's always going to cover that group. She's always going to protect that group. She's always going to be there to help grow that group and mentor and coach that group, because it's harder to replace a builder, a leader, than it is to replace somebody who is just in business. You can always replace somebody who just signed up, but to replace someone who means something to the organization, who's bringing substance to the organization, it's harder to replace that person, a lot harder. And so I like, the fact that Bree, that's what you did, and that's your mentality to it. And you put yourself in positions where I'm gonna make sure I do my part, because I want to make sure Angel gets up there. And now when Angel's at a higher rank, guys, this is the thing that I want to make sure y'all get. See, building 1000 is none of y'all's permanent goal, right? None of y'all have a building 1000 as your permanent goal, but what was the highest rank on the stage when we went to the event in California? Builder 1000. Who's the only person standing on stage at that rank? Angel. So let me share you with you. When I had a conversation with somebody on a 3-way with somebody, one of Angel's people, I said, so what you don't understand is Angel was the highest ranking builder in the entire company. I didn't say she made more money than everybody. I didn't say she recruited more people than everybody, because you have some people who recruit a ton of consultants, right? Because people recruit a lot of affiliates. I never said she was the number one recruiter in the company, number one earner in the company. I said she was the number one builder in the company, and the person lost it. Angel, you didn't tell me that. I said she wasn't going to tell you that because she's a humble person. But on stage, she was by herself. She was the lone builder, 1,000. She was and then the person lost it. And I'm going to tell you, it's all about edification. It's all about how you actually edify and recognize a person. Okay. And so again, you can always highlight somebody for something that they're doing. You can find a way. It's just about you being creative and having your eyes open. Right. So that's a whole nother training. The circle of impact though, guys, I'm gonna just tell you, when you go out there and build it and you're ranking up, like Angel, she don't have to worry about Julie because Julie's building 500 already, working with her way towards building 1,000. She'll have to worry about Bree because Bree's working her way, toward her rank. And now she's got other legs of business that she's focusing on, that she's bringing on, that she's building those legs up now, building up those access points, those pockets of volume, right? That's when again, getting people started right is right. Like, it's about quality over quantity. And so you got people who come in and say, I'm gonna take over the world. I'm gonna be your number one builder, and they're gonna talk more stuff than everybody and do less stuff than everybody. They're gonna be the first person you'll see in the witness protection program. So when a person tells me, "Hey man, this is what I'm gonna do," I already know I won't be hearing from them, much, after that. And I just know they're gonna be gone in a minute. And so it's it's the people that you bring along that plug in, that come to these events. The next thing you know, they wake up one day and smell the coffee. So great job, Angel. Great job, Bree. Together, everyone accomplishes more, right? A teamwork makes the dream work. So, Dr. Arlene is in the building.
Good morning. Good morning. So I'm excited about having a business that you can actually go away and hang out with your family, not have to do a lot other than sip tequilas and do other things, and then come back. And because you followed the system and you've plugged people into the system, your business continues to grow, not only in installations, but I have an affiliate who is becoming a builder who has 4 guests booked out to the business blast today. So I'm excited about that. Then I had a realtor follow up with me while I was on vacation. And I texted her and I said, I'm on vacation, but I'll get with you when I get back. And she's sending out cards to her clientele. She sends out Halloween cards to them. And she wants inserts to put in there so that she can promote solar as well. And then I also got a text from Jabari saying, hey, your installation, even though it's delayed, has been scheduled. So to have a business that continues to grow when you go away was an epiphany for me, because in medicine, you have to perform in order to get paid. And you don't get residual pay for training other docs and for training nurses and for training others. So I'm excited and I'm plugged into the system, into Mentor Factory, got my airline ticket, got my ticket, got my hotel. And thank you, Angel, for the training that you did, because I'm studying that so that I can use social media and networking events to be able to press this business forward. And thank you, Landon, because I have my homework for this weekend.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, the Builders VIP Lounge is lighting up. I got a lot of great feedback from the calls that Landon's been doing on Thursday nights, and with the group, a lot of people are extremely excited. The attendance is up, and people really want to know how to go ahead and get those leads going and growing when it comes to the solar sales side of it. That's I love it. Also, that's the thing about leverage. I can't live any other way, Doc. Leverage is like when you look at building teams, and you got people who own franchises around the world. They don't have to do anything. They're leveraging, again, they're leveraging the expertise of their system, how their system is designed, and they're leveraging the muscle and money and resources of all the people who bought the franchise. Okay. So if you look at this, any other way than this from a business perspective, you're looking at it wrong. I know for a fact that everybody that I'm looking at right now is an access point. Everybody that I'm looking at right now is either an appreciating asset or a depreciating asset, right? I know that everybody that I'm looking at right now is a solar, a solar sales platform, or a alkaline water sales platform, or a future a Ripple sales platform, right? Or somebody who's going to go out here and blow up the subscription situation. And they're going to do it in different cities. They're going to do it in different states. They're going to do it in different countries, which means that, as long as I stay solid as a leader, I continue to develop my access points and continue to give value to those appreciating assets, and allowing those depreciating assets to sit there and incubate. At some point in time, the amount of leverage that I'm working with from a business perspective is unmeasurable, and no one can stop it. So if you think about, again, we talk about structure all the time. I was the last Mohican in the coffee company because nobody else could afford to be there, right? Because I had residual income, and the residual income was based off of leverage. It was based off of me having access points that I invested time, energy, and resources in. Access points that I trained, access points that I developed, access points that I traveled to their markets and served, and access points that I made profitable. Guys, people don't leave profitability. Okay? When people are making money, they don't leave. Okay? And so that's why, when you talk about leverage, and I say, you hear me talk about the subscriptions, you hear me talk about Jeff Bezos having over 200 million subscriptions. That's leverage. That's leverage. How many of you guys get that anybody know how many different types of products that they sell, and how much money they make off the sales of those products? It don't even matter. 200 million subscriptions, right? Everything else is gravy. Everything else is extra. That's just the leverage and the foundation and the security is based off of the subscriptions, right? And so that leverage, Doc, you're gonna trust me. Learn how to live on leverage. Learn how to appreciate it. Learn how to create it. Get used to it, because that leverage is going to be the leverage that one day will put you in a position where you never have to worry about money again as long as you live, right? And that's the goal, right? So, yeah, keep on doing your thing. I'm excited, and yeah, bring me to Maryland. I'll come out to Maryland and do some. I got big crab legs out there. Come on, bring me on and crab cakes. You know what I'm saying? Bring me on out to Maryland. I work for food. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
Come without Mrs. Bean, though.
She can't go everywhere I go. I'm sorry. Something's going on, draw the line. It's either me or her. So you want her to do your water presentation, she can come out there to do your water presentation. If you want to come out there as a suspicion, you bring me out there. She can have her crab legs on her day. I'm sorry. No. So no, we're good. I'll bring, I promise. All right. So Raphael.
Good morning, family. Yeah, to piggyback out of that leverage stuff, I mean, that is like God honest, the truth. This whole year I just been chilling. I took the whole year off because of my residual income from insurance. And that's what got me interested in the solar. But my wins for the week, I have 4 builders that are coming within the next 72 hours on the 199 pack. And what I came to realize is that I'm out here. I mean, like, I run a successful insurance business. I'm getting ready to be in the busiest time of the year, but I'm gonna take time off to go to Builder Factory. But I was out here trying to get all these personal sales. And I realized that where my strong point would be is building the force. Just like you say, Mr. Bean, it's like, you may not sell one solar system ever, but you're gonna get everybody's, production. And the thing that I realized this week is like, okay, so there's 3 types of people, in this world. You may be interested, you may be committed, but the only ones that are like winning at a high level is the people that are obsessed about things. And I think at this point I'm obsessed about helping all the people win, and I know by default I'm gonna win as well. So yeah, I'm just, Mr. Landon and my guy Jabari out of out of North Carolina. We have a strong game plan in place, and I believe that we're going to help a lot of people, the next year or so, get to minimum, building 1,000 within the first 90 days and stuff like that. So that's the game plan that I have. I will be in California. Don't care if this is the time of the year that I make a lot of money, but it just, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with winning, and I know this is the platform that I'm gonna do it.
But I'm gonna say, I know for a fact you're gonna do it. And I remember the very first event that we had in Houston. You was there, and again, it's just one of those things where you have your insurance business going, and you get an idea for what we have our hands on. You and Landon were at that event, and then like Angel said, it's not the people who get out the gate the fastest. It's the people who are the most consistent, people who hang around and watch, and who stay plugged in. And like I said, you started. Well, I don't know what it was. I don't know. I think it was maybe the Saturday or the event in California that kind of triggered it. That you went to the event. Hint, hint. Clue, clue. And by the way, that sacrifice that you're making, trust me, it's going to pay for it. I promise you. Whatever you lose on the insurance side, you'll get it back. But when you look at, the fact that we did a three-way, and this is crazy, guys. I did a three-way with Jabari, one of Raphael's people he sponsored, and the crazy part about it is Jabari was basically doing a background check on me, and he called one of my buddies, longtime buddies, who he respected, and the guy told him about me. So we got on the phone for about an hour, almost 2 hours, and had a conversation one night, maybe like 10 o'clock at night, almost 11 o'clock at night, and I've been working with Jabari ever since, right? And so, but Jabari is sponsored by Raphael, right? And so now Raphael's got some things going that he's not even responsible for the growth of, right? But it's because of the system that's happening. But also, he's doing his part, bringing even more people on and exposing even more people to the system now, and he's getting it, and he's picking it up. And so when a person, I don't get excited about people's promises and what people do out the gate, like when they come in and they go and do a whole lot of stuff, they go real fast. That doesn't excite me. It's me seeing consistency, and seeing improvements and seeing evolution, right? That and more buy-in, that's what excites me, because I know now I have something to mold, something to work with, and something that we can really we can build something around. And so I appreciate everything you said, man, and continue to go to the events. Like I said, you haven't missed an event yet, don't start now. And this is going to be a big event, so get as many people to that event as possible. Plus, like Jabari, I know some of your biggest teams are going to be there, at that event with you. So keep it going, keep it popping, like Miss Coffee says. All right, got Kyrie, and then we'll end with Jared.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Man, I really appreciate you. This week has been how can I put it? It's been exciting, I would say, because my activity, what I recognize is that, I've taken the 90-day run to heart. My activity is up at a high level, and when you start to really just get active and implement what's needed to make the contacts and so forth, the folks that who don't, how can I put it? Okay, 3 appointments, as I stated, one failed, one decided not yet, and the second one on the follow-up they ghosted, but you don't even feel that, because you're still going through the numbers. And I want to give Miss Coffee a big shout out, because her what she shared with us with how she's reaching out to people on social media. What I've done was I've implemented that along with the text message from Mr. Edwin that I tweaked. And I've been going through my phone. I've been going through social media, and and also YouTube, Mr. Bean, because when you said the other day, put a voice on it. So what I've been doing is, when I'm following up with all of these folks, because I'm getting a lot of responses. A lot of times, most times I'm following up. I'm even following up. If I don't get them on the phone, I send a voice text, and they've been responding, and the appointments are starting to get set up. And my calendar is nice and messy, so I feel extremely proud about that. I already know you. I know you when you stay. It's about the results will follow. The results will follow. So I'm literally I've removed all emotion from this process, and I'm just locked back in because I haven't done a full 90-day run since our prepaid legal shield days. And then when I did it back then, that's when I hit the top of the company. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me get out of my own way. And one last thing too. And I've been doing a lot of tap rooting, and the tap rooting that I've been doing is from teams that I built in previous situations, previous companies, for even whether it be the crypto, whether it be whatever. And when you put somebody in your phone, you put, oh, they're from OG or whatever. I just put OG in my phone. I go down the whole list. So I'm still going through a lot of folks. So this particular process has allowed me to reintroduce myself, reconnect with folks, because you have people in your phone, and you don't like, who is this person? But I always put notes, and I've connected with somebody from 15 years ago. So he's looking at the information. I told him where he met me. How old is your daughter now? She should be about such and such an age. So he knew I had to have known him, but he just didn't remember me. But I remembered him based on my notes. So that right there is just something that I'm implementing. Oh, one last thing, and I'm jumping on. I worked so hard the other day, I forgot to eat. I get up, they put me out because they closed. This particular Starbucks closed at 8:30. So I said, wait a minute, and I got home. So oh, shoot, I didn't eat. But I slept good. So with that, I turn it back over to you, sir.
Well, if you want to lose weight, get excited about your business. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that's one thing that when we go on runs and we do blitzes, that's when you feel your best because you really don't have time. Remember, you eat more food when you have nothing to think about, nothing to do, right? You ain't busy. You're just sitting around messing around, right? And so anytime I lunch, I'm always at my fittest. I'm always, literally in a position where, like I said, I don't eat from time to time, and I can go fasting, and I get up and just find something to do right away. I have my morning routine, my morning regimen, and then I fast about 12, and it's conscious to me now. And at that point, and so then you feel so good about yourself, you start adding a little workout to it. So, but no, the thing, your numbers are always through the roof. When it comes to your follow-ups, you're one of the more efficient, follow-up people. You've gotten really, really good. You've always been real good actually at getting referrals. And I want to say, you guys, that's a strong suit you want to develop. That's a muscle that you want to develop. You want to get good at asking people, who do you know? Okay, who do you know? Who can you turn me on to that I can, if you got 10, 15, 20 names of people, that have a home that I may be able to sell solar to. Okay. And every time one of those people goes solar, I'll give you $1,000. Okay. Who do you know? That is in a health organization or health company, that they sell vitamins, pills, potions, and lotions, and it's about weight loss and everything else, that I can actually talk to them about, my alkaline water, who do you know? Right. And so asking who do you know, that's in between jobs, or who do you know that is in sales, or who do you know that you can refer to me, get those referrals, right? And when you get those referrals, what ends up happening is you can use those referrals as leverage or as social proof, because when a person, doesn't put themselves in a position where they join you right away, they're still watching you. And I'm gonna just say it, the people who watch you the most are people who've invested in you, and that three-way or lifeline was an investment. Also, that was one of those a referral. You can get a person off your trail, if you can get them to give you a referral. People throw other people under the bus, right away just to get you to leave them alone. I've learned that a lot. So, hey, I'm gonna keep. Can I follow up with you? Yeah, you can follow up with me in 60, 90 days. That's fine. And so, but you ask them for referrals, they give you the referrals. Now you turn around and say, look, this person just got started. This person right here, I have meet with them, they're about to get started. You can get in front of them, yeah, or however you want to do it. But everybody you're sending me is getting started. Here's $1,000. Here's $1,000. Here's $1,000. You could be getting 5,000 on this. You could be getting 4,000 on this. So you would have got 8,000 on this one if you would have, did a deal. So it's not like network marketing where, the deal is only $150 if somebody gets started. So you can turn around and say, hey, look, I'll give you that position and let you sponsor them. No, I'm not giving you back $4,000 when you gave it to me at the beginning. I'm not going to say, hey, look, this person's about to get this install. You want to go ahead and pay your $200 and get this $5,000? No. This person's about to get this install. Look forward to getting you $1,000. Give me another referral so we can do that again. Okay. And then once they get started, oh, by the way, I just made $9,000. You made $2,000 on the resources that you got. You want to start bringing some people in for yourself. It's only going $200. You just made $2,000. Don't put $200 of that $2,000 in here, and just now I'll help you with the people who you bring to the table instead of you having to give them to me. I'll keep taking them, but I love you, Idris. You know what I'm saying? You my dog, bro. So you want to keep getting 1,000, you want to make more money, right? And so that's the conversation that you get to have when you ask people for referrals. And like I had a guy, this is my setup conversation yesterday. I made about 7 conversations. I went 100%. I called 7 people that I know for a fact they'll never do solar, they'll never do network marketing at all. I know this for certainty, right? And if you notice, we took affiliates off of the presentation for a reason, right? We took it off for a reason. And so I only use, affiliate situations strategically, right? And so I use affiliate situations for people who I know for a fact they're in between a rock and a hard place, and they just don't have the money right now, but I know they have the passion, and that's it. I'm like, you've seen the presentation, you saw it. I know you got the money. I'm not going to tell you anything about the affiliate position. No, I'm not going to handicap you. Give me $200. You're going to spend this $200 sometime this weekend anyway. Let me get that. Let me get that about you. All right. So, but people like, people I know for a fact they're influential, they're in circles, and they're not going to ever do anything that feels like network marketing. They're not going to ever do anything that has anything to do with the sales of solar. I had 7 phone calls, went 100%, 7 for 7. And let's say I called Dr. Arlene. Hey, Doc, real quick, this is what I want to ask you. Right now, have you went solar? She says, no. If you ever consider going solar, I'm your guy. She said, I've been looking. I haven't been looking at it. It's all good. I got a lot of people out here who sell solar. Some are even in my family, and so I'll think about going with them. So that's fine, Doc. But this is what I want you to do. I'm going to send you. Okay, I'm gonna send you an affiliate link, and this is a free link. It's going to get you in my system so I can pay you referrals. Okay. So anybody that sends me that says, hey, look, I want to go solar. You hear somebody talk about solar and you get them on the phone with me, right? I'm giving you $1,000. Or Doc, you have it, or this is what you can do as well, Doc. You already have a position. Okay. If you hear somebody talking about solar, right? And they want to go solar, all you got to do is just pay the $200 upgrade, and I'll show you how to get the $3,000 to $5,000 on that deal, right? And then the other thing is this, Doc, all those people who you're talking about that's in solar, out of 7, 5 of them said this, about they had people around them in their cities that do solar, everybody's been talking to them about solar, asking them to go solar, asking them to join the solar pro team and stuff like that. And I told them, I said, look, Doc, 95% of the people who sell solar, including the people who you're talking to, would make more money if they was in our company. Okay. And so take this affiliate link, right? And I'm going to send you my affiliate link. I'm going to send you my actual presentation that I did about what we do so you can have an idea about what it is, even though you're not doing it. Just in case you have to have this conversation, you can have a educated conversation. And 3, I'm sending you a Solar Pro video, right? That the owner did. And it'll show you why 95% of people who are in this industry would make more money if they were with us, right? Based on all of the dynamics that's in that video. And so all of us, all right, cool. Yeah, just send me the link, send me the videos, that's fine. And all 7 of them signed up as affiliates, right? But I told her, I said, look, one of the guys, I said, hey, look, so when these people see that video and they all, say, you know what, can I talk to him or whatever? And they get ready to get started. The moment they get ready to get started, you just pay your $200. You know what I'm saying? Say $149 or $200. You just pay $200, right? Get started. And then this is what happens, Doc, when they get started. every time they sell a deal, you make $600 or $2,000 every time they sell a deal, right? And so Doc says, you know what? Oh, I can do that. Oh yeah, I can sign up for free, and if I hear anybody who wants to do solar, that's fine. That's fine. She wasn't gonna get in anyway, right? But now, because solar, I planted that seed, that solar seed, that in her spirit, in her head, in her mind, that if anybody asks you about solar, send them to me. Send them to me. You upgrade $200 and you get the whole deal. If anybody talks about selling solar to you, send them the Solar Pro video. Let them know that they will make way more money if they was working with us over here. When they see the Solar Pro video, the moment they ask for a three-way conversation, you upgrade for $200, and then I work with them. I become your solar pro over here, and we bring them on board. You make $600 or $2,000 on every transaction they do going forward, and everybody they bring in, you make money on them as well. So, and you don't have to do anything. I'm still doing 100% of the training. We're still doing 100% of the presentations. The system's still doing 100% of the work. You're just getting 100% of the money. So I went in knowing she wants nothing to do with nothing that I do. And I'm fine with that. I'm not there to convince her to sign up, watch a presentation on it. I don't care if she does any of it. I care that she's in my system as an affiliate, and now I got her attention, and I'm leaving her alone, right? And so when you do that with certain people, guys, that you know what they want and you know what they won't do, and you're not there to convince them, they can appreciate that. They respect you for that. And you'd be amazed that some of those people end up coming in and being powerhouses, flat out powerhouses. So just that was one of those things, man. That's good stuff there. And then Kyrie again, always on three ways, man. I probably get more three ways with Kyrie than most people, because he's always talking to people. He's always doing referrals. So great job, bro. And then Jarek.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to share a few wins that I have for this week, and also to put some light on our team members. Miss Sabrina, Mr. Eddie, Angel, Idris, definitely Idris. He's been a blessing to me, along with the rest of the guys. Landon also. I was able to get another bill this week, so that's our second bill. Me and Idris have two consultations this week. One Monday that we've been laboring with for over a week now, and we have another one Wednesday. But again, I just want to definitely send a special shout out to the team, Miss Sabrina, Mr. Eddie, and definitely Miss Angel. They've been amazing. They've been putting together team strategies for us, team group meetings for the team to come together, to see what we can do to help each other win. So that's definitely been a blessing for me. And again, I appreciate Idris and Landon. Idris been amazing with me. He's been working with me. He's been teaching me a lot of stuff. And I don't even think he's been knowing. He's been teaching me a lot of stuff. But that's all I got this morning.
I appreciate that. And like I said, he knows. Like I said, he just don't know what you're learning. He just know you're learning. That's one thing about Idris. Again, that's why he comes highly recommended when it comes to not just not just solar presentations for your customers. It's his real attention to detail about what he does. He's a professional. He's not finna blur the lines. He's not finna hit no gray areas. He's open to literally teaching you, answering questions, and putting you in a position where you don't make a lot of industry mistakes like other people out there making. And so again, that's why when you hear me endorse somebody, I'm endorsing them for a reason, right? And so again, he's just a great individual who's selfless. So and by me saying that, Angel, hey, you got so you done spawned a whole entire network of animals. Keep on going, man. Keep on going. So so what I'll do is before I transition, Idris, do you have anything? Because I just saw Idris and Brenda. If y'all have anything y'all want to say before we get out of here, and before we switch over, y'all can. If not, I'll go ahead and keep it moving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Who's speaking? I thought I heard someone else. Yeah, it's been a great week as well. I appreciate Mr. Bean, everything you do for the team, and really just seeing the team grow, right? I'm definitely excited about that. Having these conversations, seeing all of the growth that people are having from, building a team, starting to present, stepping up, and, all of the solar consultations as well. I know we're going to have a lot more water consultations coming up soon, so definitely excited. Appreciate everything you do. And I look forward to continuing to serve the team.
Hey, quick question though, because this is the thing. Do you when you are doing those those presentations and you're teaching people, how does that impact you though? How have you seen yourself elevate your game to the next level? You see yourself grow? How does that impact you?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I would say it helps me grow because I have to stay on my toes, right? I have to make sure that I'm sharp. I have to make sure that, I'm teaching the right way, right? And I know I have a lot of conversations with Bree. I didn't know that was your nickname, but now that's your nickname, Bree. I had a lot of great conversations with Bree, and she does a lot to help me keep stay on my toes as well. I've seen a lot of bad salespeople in the past, so I'm always quick to kind of like identify that with every person I go on a consultation with, just so once again they can identify it with not only me but anyone else that they have a consultation with and build. Right? Because the reality is that, as people pick mentors, that's great. Some people pick by personality type and, sometimes hype of what they see in the group. And, I don't judge any of that. However, I want to make sure that when people do pick, that they can see and kind of notice if they're getting taken advantage of, if they're getting led astray, because I don't want that to take place with anyone in our family. So.
There you go. And again, you have people who, again, it's just people who they pick, there's something wrong with their picker because they don't pick for business. They pick for popularity, like you said, they pick for relationships. And it's fine to want people in your group to win. It's fine to want people who are in your upline to win and senior partners and stuff like that to win. But at the end of the day, it's the customer is the most important person, not who you like, right? At the end of the day, you want to pick the best people for your people, right? And that's why I specifically refer individuals who I like and from that when I like how they present, I like how they teach, I like the integrity side of what's going on. I pick those people for my people because I don't want you to come back and say, "Man, you told me to pick, Idris, and he's horrible. He all he thinks about is himself, and that's it's everything is negative, and he didn't teach me anything. He's supposed to be a mentor. He told me he couldn't teach me anything. I had to be at my third mentorship meeting for him to spend some time with me, whatever it is, right? I'm not going to have that on my record. So, because that referral is an extension of me, right? And so it says a lot about me. If I go out here and I blow this guy up or I blow this gal up and they're horrible, now that's a thing on me. That's on my relationship, right? And that's on my branding. And so that you can't have it on there as a business person because people are looking at you like you just cost me money, right? And so you want to make sure you're doing the best, for people. And I appreciate that. And so let's see here, Brenda.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody got me all excited here. Love to hear what's going on in the week. I just want to thank Mr. Bean for that call we had yesterday. That was an incredible call that we had for the real estate agents that he did for one of my team members, Mr. Overton. And it was an amazing call. I learned a lot. I'm still looking at it because I have to take a lot of notes because I do want to do that slide too. So I want to thank you. That was amazing. Also, I learned something. Well, I put myself a goal because I haven't really done the door knocking, and I really want to become a mentor. That's my next goal, and then hit the Builder 1000. But we're working on that. But I learned something on the meeting that we have the Hans, usually does. And I got into that meeting because I thought it was like a training, but it turned out to be a great meeting with I don't know if I'm going to pronounce her name right, but Kadisha McKnight.
That's her.
It was only me and her in the call, and she still continued with the call, right? But I learned that I cannot give up, and she really motivated me to go door knocking. So that's one of my goals that I want to do for door knocking. I'm getting my flyers done this weekend because like I said, I really want to become a mentor, but we're all growing. We're all, I have to become a mentor. That's just, because I have decided to kind of slow down, and that's just me personally. On the, a lot of things have been happening with me with the broker business on the car side. So I just think that's just a sign of God telling me, hey, you gotta, slow down on that, and you gotta focus more over here and do it. So I have goals that I have to say, which means I have to replace that as soon as possible. And I pretty much have decided to do build more than what I've been doing. So very excited about that. And again, I just want to thank everybody. Everybody here just motivates me to be better every day. And let's rock this because we're about to make some history here. I just want to say
no problem. And like I said, that's that one, that's why I want to make sure, because everything, we have so much going on, so many events, so many trainings, so many presentations. And I hate that they didn't, before they finalized that event that she was talking that she did. It's a great event. It's an upgrade event, right? And between her and Hans. And for me, I wanted to be on there so I can add value, but we had our lunch call at that time, and so I couldn't. But that's why I wanted to make sure today we spent some time on subscriptions, auto ships, and stuff like that, whatever you want to call it. But our subscription, guys, there are a lot of different reasons why a person should want to upgrade. Right? And so when a person, when you see the first of all, let's just start with the price. Okay, one, it's only $200 down, right? And it's only $99 a month. If you never go out there and recruit one person, we're talking about $99 a month, right? That gives you access to all of the stuff that we get. And when you learn how to sensationalize, right, the things that you have based on the things that you use, like how many of y'all really just went through and looked at everything that we offer, in our memberships, right? And when you look at everything we offer in our memberships, and you now sit down, because when I looked at it, the first thing I saw when I saw on the food, it's a lot of stuff in there. But I saw a steak restaurant and a steak, like a steak restaurant that I go to. I'm like, come on, man, a steak? Yeah, we got a steak restaurant, and I'm like, okay, and so you hear me say that in my presentation now. I don't even say what steak restaurant it is, and y'all probably know, which one it is right now. But when you look at the fact that we have steak houses, that's a nugget in the presentation that I added based on me going in there and knowing what we offer, right? Then we talk about, again, I went in there and I saw that he got all these activities, not just shopping stuff, but under the shopping stuff, they got activities, family activities, like with bouncing houses and romper rooms and cruises and all kind of other stuff and their activities when it comes to shopping. And then obviously the travel, like you have access to all of this stuff. And a lot of y'all already participate in all of this stuff. Like if you just like transfer your shopping and like this stuff here will make you so much money. If you just went to one of the fast food restaurants and got a 20% discount and that's all you did, it's a testimonial. Okay. This week I employ y'all, this weekend, and I literally employ y'all to go through the membership rewards and see if there's anything that you're planning on doing that's in there that you can actually do, and start compounding experiences, start compounding usage, right? And start looking at all of this stuff and start collecting it, like from your team members. Okay. And so, even with the, I turn a non-testimonial into a testimonial. Right. So from the fact that we went to Cancun and the resort that we stayed at was actually available in what we actually offer. And then it was $317 cheaper, right, for that stay. That's a testimonial. I can't say I lost $317 because I wasn't in the company at the time when we booked it. But knowing that it's there and then knowing that we have high level places that we can save money in, anytime I go somewhere, I'm looking to go with us first. So I employ y'all right this weekend, go through the rewards. Have everybody, that you're talking to, like people who are affiliates in your group, go through the awards with them. Let them know, hey man, look, this is what we have. If you don't do anything else, get the $199 and $99 a month, for the membership rewards. And oh, by the way, if you happen to make some money, or you happen to sell a water filtration system, or you happen to sell a solar system, that's fine. But just having access to those things, a lot of times got to save you way more than $99 a month. Okay, so that's one thing. Go this weekend and spend some time. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Just go spend some time. As a matter of fact, anybody here actually have used the membership rewards program, or the shopping, savings, restaurants, any of that? Anybody use that? Okay.
Yes.
All right, come off of mute real quick and tell us what your experiences is. Dr. O'Leary, I see your hand, so you go first. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brenda.
Oh, go ahead, Brenda. Go ahead.
I just want to say real quick, I have used discounts for the movies
Okay.
because kids, that's like the time that I spend with them. They love to go to the movies. The
Hold on.
movies I have
Right
used.
now, guys, hold on one second, Brenda. Right now, this is where you should be taking notes. I'm typing because I'm using this. Brenda, go ahead.
Yes, so the movies, you get really good discounts depending on where you're at. We have a favorite place that we like to go to. Also, they love Wendy's. I found discounts with Wendy's and just the little restaurants around my neighborhood too. So I do get discounts with the restaurants. And then this is the reason why I want to sell solar, but look at the discounts for Disney and all that. We get really good discounts too. So you want to make sure you look at the packages and all that. But just type in your zip code. That's the way it works. Wherever you're at, just put in the zip code and then you'll see all kinds of stuff. So if you want restaurants, movies, there's even discounts for clothing too. So you want to make sure you look at that. But it's fun. Play with it.
I appreciate that. That's good stuff. See, I got me some more testimonial stuff here. All right, Dr. Arlene.
So I used it for the trip to the conference in California. But when we were researching vacation spots, the vacation spot that we chose in Jamaica was actually $52 per day less per person. So you're looking at double occupancy in a room. So you're looking at about $102 a day, $104 a day per person. And we had 9 individuals on that vacation.
Mm-hmm.
We did not choose to use that because we found a family member. My sister-in-law, my sister's husband is from Jamaica, and she actually got a great discount for Sarah at the resort that we were at. But it was $52 per day per person, all inclusive discount, double occupancy, $104 a night savings.
See what I'm saying?
8 days, by the way.
That part right there, that means something. And so, and keep in mind, the more and more, what I'm going to do is, just for the record, I am going to do a membership, video, like a little commercial. And so when people, go on YouTube, whatever, they build membership rewards, and some of the stuff that y'all are stockpiling here, I'm going to have y'all come on and talk about it. Have y'all come on and announce it to people, and let people know, what you've used it for. And so that way people can actually get it without having to go do the research on their own, because people are lazy, right? And so they're not just going to go because you suggest they go. So, but
I got one quick one, sir.
Let's go.
All right, real quick. My little daughter, my little 11-year-old, from time to time, y'all see me post with her. But long story short, we were out and about 34th Street. She spilled something on her white T-shirt, and she felt the need to drag Daddy into Old Navy. So, all right, cool. We'll get that. But then a little short shopping spree. I said, let me just happen to look up. I went on my Bills Reward, Old Navy discount. Oh, so I think I saved like 30% of the total purchase. And I scooted up out of there quick because she's trying to get me to somewhere else. But it was a spontaneous, little shopping spree for my little one. But yeah, the discounts are all across the board, for real.
That's what I'm talking about. See, it's amazing that the little one, had to show you what was in your back office. That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
Until I
listen.
said, until I said thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's on the spot. Like I said, 30% Old Navy shopping. All right, using that one day. And I actually like the story. The white T-shirt, spill a little something on it. I got it. Is up here. All right, Bree.
Oh, good morning. I've used it a few times. We like Marco Pizza, so we get the one with everything on it, and you actually get one for free. So we get two for $22 instead of one. So that's awesome there. When we went to LA, this last time, we got our hotel. We actually saved $50 a night because I had booked it on the site at first. And then I had gone to the rewards, and we actually got it $100 cheaper, which was actually $50 per night. That was cheaper. And then when we booked our airline tickets on there, the concierge actually called us and actually made sure everything was good with our flights, and then turned around and did our seats for us on the flight. So she took care of all of that. So it was an excellent concierge service.
Say concierge, see this stuff right here. This is good stuff here. See, I like this. All right, so I got you. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make some money this weekend. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, I do. This is on purpose right here. So, Idris, what you got?
Yes, sir. Earlier in the year, my mother was actually moving, so I was looking into the rewards program. If anyone's familiar with downtown Brooklyn area, hotels are extremely expensive. So we was looking for a hotel. I was looking for a hotel for while the other siblings couldn't figure it out. I got her in a hotel room. Believe it was about a $70 savings per night. Because of that, got a chance to put her in the hotel room for an extra night or two. This was during Easter break. So not only did I put her in a hotel, found the best hotel in the area, also one available for her dog. So put her in there. I had some family come over, so she still got a chance to experience the holiday of Easter with the family in a hotel that we saved money on as well. So it's a great, and ever since I've been using it ever since for all travel arrangements.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The rewards are keeping families together. Look at that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, excellent. See, yeah, see right now that's five. It's five testimonials, right? Out the gate. And so when you're using those testimonials, see now when I do presentations, I can use y'all's presentation, y'all to y'all's testimonies, or I can actually bring somebody on, which is what I'm going to start doing when it comes to presentations. Like so right now also, if you have people who are in your groups who are realtors, and I'm gonna start interviewing some people when I do presentations. I'll ask a realtor or a broker. So doing a real estate, a realtor presentation, why they became a part, of the company. I'm going to also start doing interviews, and these are like little commercial type of interviews as well outside of the presentations with professionals, people who are from different industries, who people have value for. They can be doctors, lawyers, attorneys, even other solar pros, people who are coming in as solar pros, interviewing them, asking them why did they join Build. Because now I want to create some social proof, for the people who, if you know somebody who has this for a background, somebody's a politician, somebody who is a realtor, somebody who's a car salesperson, somebody, whatever it is, you can send that video over to them. Okay, so we're going to start communicating as we lay this out, but I definitely will be using these testimonials and putting together like a little testimonial type video. So keep on using them, guys. Keep on tracking the savings, keep on tracking the usage, and continue to, like I said, go in there and figure out what you got in there. But most importantly, get your team to do that. Hey, if a person's not making money, but they're saving money, right? You can save that person's career. Like you can keep them in here long enough using the membership plan just because they're saving money. So that's one thing as far as just what it really is and where the value it really lies. Remember, Amazon, nobody's like my wife, my wife and I both have an Amazon Prime account, right? And she wants me to let mine go. Like, no, let yours go. Why do you want me to let mine go? I thought this, no, I'm not letting my, so we got two in the household because don't nobody want to let theirs go. Yeah, I'm not letting mine go. Now, I like my Amazon Prime membership because it's valuable to me. This is mine, right? So I'm just look, but there's got to be value on there, right? Well, she's got a membership to the movie theater because she gets off some off popcorn. She gets some off the door. Now she got all kind of discounts and stuff like that on her phone. And I got a couple in mind now based on her and my favorite places like Jamba Juice and Chick-fil-A stuff like that that I have apps for because you get the discounts. Guys, people who shop, people who move around, people who eat, people who do all this stuff, they want to save money. Everybody always want the hookup. Y'all missing the hookup. Y'all the plug, right? Yeah,
Wow.
literally.
Yeah.
Literally, y'all the plug. So that's one of the things. Now, also when it comes to a person being on a membership, just from a business perspective, the I, the R, the S, tax purposes. When you're on authorship, guys, it shows your intent to do business every month, right? So when you have that, it's amazing how that little $99 a month can get you back a 30% of what they were going to keep. So all these people who have jobs. Okay, all these people who have jobs here in the U.S. Remember, like I said, give an example. If you make $100,000 a year and you don't have any tax deductions, you don't make $100,000 a year. You make about 35, right? Because they're gonna take about 35% of that, 30 to 35, easy. Now, so you're bringing home $65,000 a year. Now, what happens is when you have a tax deduction, right, and you're able to write off everything you're doing in your business legally, ethically, and morally, because guess what? Now you have the business, you have that authorship on file, they can see it, right? Guess what? Now you save half of that. And so instead of them keeping 35, they only keep 17. And so now instead of bringing home 65, you're bringing home 82. Okay. So that little $100 a month, right? $1,200 a year is putting 17 grand back into your pocket if you make six figures. It's putting 9 grand back in your pocket if you make 50 grand a year. But would you pay, are you willing to pay $1,200 a year to get back 9,000? It's like buying money. Okay. So again, it's about thinking smarter, not harder. Don't think like a broke person. Oh, this is a bill. This is $99 a month. This ain't your Netflix bill. You got it twisted. This is different. This is a business expense. This is the cost of doing business, right? And so if you think like money, you make money. If you think like money, you create money, right? And so the other thing is if you had these philosophies, everybody in your group would too, right? And so think about everybody who thought about just the tax side alone, if they were business-minded people, okay, it would be different. Go, let's see here. One is income insurance. All y'all have life insurance, car insurance, health insurance, right? But you don't have income insurance. You wouldn't protect your income. You say income insurance. Yeah, if you got residual income coming and you don't have a monthly subscription, right? Chances are you lose that money. You don't remember, it makes you inactive. So not having a monthly subscription now disqualifies you for residual income. It disqualifies you from those benefits. So protect your income by making sure you're not just one of those people who are paying it month to month or whenever you want to pay it, because you got some of these people who I ain't sold on nothing, so I don't need to have subscriptions on. I can just get back on and turn it on whenever. I don't work with people like that. One, and two, you shouldn't either, because those people are building their business casually. And at some point in time, if you're working with them, your business will become a casualty. Okay. And so you'll lose your business focusing on people who have a broke mindset. That's an employee you're working with, not a business person. Okay. All right. So again, making sure a person's mindset is right. The next thing is this. The more people we have on membership, guys, and especially for our solar people and our sales people, the more people we have on memberships, guys, the more money we can actually, the more it protects, the savings for the customer, right? Remember, we get really good discounts from Freedom Forever, you know, and when it comes to what they do and stuff like that, our bottom line rates and stuff like that. But like that extra money that we get, you know, that we can do that allows them to say we only need $1,500 per transaction. You know, Idris, do you know of any other company out there that says that we just want $1,500 a minimal out this transaction? You've been around for a while. Yeah. And so as they can do that because of the membership. And if nobody's on memberships, you're going to force them one day to increase that because the cost of business will go up at some point in time. And if they don't have that excess, they don't have that surplus in-house, you're going to force them to do business when all it takes is for you one person. Remember, your team does what you do. Your whole entire squad do what you value. So, and when you actually have $99 and you have 1,000 people in your group that has $99, let's call it $100. That's $100,000 that's coming into the storehouse for the company to stay open, to continue to give big benefits, you know, and big discounts and big checks, right? So that's important. That membership is not just the benefits that you get with it when you use it, right? It's your security, it's your future, right? It's no $250,000 a month if nobody's on memberships, right? Yeah, so what? You got 20,000 consultants, 10,000 on the left, 10,000 on the right. You're gonna make a lot of money on overrides from solar. It's not gonna make nothing on residuals. And you just left $250,000, you know, a month on the table based on your small thinking. Remember, your thinking caps your team's thinking. If you look at the 21 Irrefutable Law of Leadership, the 24 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, the very first chapter in there is the law of the lid. And if you're the leader, right, and your team, they move how you move, they grow how you grow, their growth is stunted how your growth is stunted, you put a lid on your team's growth potential. You can actually kill your team's growth, you know, period, if you are making the wrong business decisions. Notice I said business, not emotional decisions, because most of y'all make decisions based on how y'all feel. That's why failure is inevitable. Like it's going to happen to you if you keep on doing emotional business. And it's unfortunate. So when you think about it and you think about what the company needs, you think about what your group needs you to do remember, you're supposed to be the prototypical business model. If you're the prototype, if you're the one that everybody's looking at, not me, right? Not JC, you know, not Ed Ayala, and not any of our other key leaders that we have in the group. If they're looking at you personally, you Inc., are you the prototype that you want everyone in your group to follow, right? One being, are you on the right pack? Are you on the builder's pack? Two being, are you keeping it active, right? And then everything else being what it is. You know, we're talking about the grassroots stuff that you can control. I'm not talking about recruiting for paying no more. I'm not talking about bringing 3 deals to the table. You can't really control that to a certain extent, but you can control how you get started and how you exist in the company economically, right? So make sure your people see, you know, what you're doing. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we talk about establishing the proper example for your people. Also, it lets the senior partners know, lets the company know that you're all in. You know, literally, it lets them know that you're on board, that you're doing your thing, that you're coachable, teachable, and trainable. You know, let's see here. And also, when it comes to the company, again, it does protect the company in a lot of different ways when it comes to, because remember, companies, when it comes to them having a component that triggers a network marketing identification, and when it comes to SEC and any other agencies that are out there to look at them, if they pay you a residual check, you know, something has to be purchased. So that membership that's being purchased, it keeps them in a position of being legal. And but other than that, guys, again, you just want to make sure when it comes to the subscriptions, when it comes to how you do business and how you behave, you want to make sure that your team, they're seeing you do this. They're hearing you, you know, preach this. And for your solar pros and stuff like that, guys, if that's not what they're here for, don't push them. Again, I'm talking about the people who are coming in talking about building, the people who are coming in talking about making some serious money outside of solar, right? If they just want to come in and be a solar sales consultant, that's fine, but again, making sure that you're always doing what you're supposed to do. You're building up your resume. You're hitting these builder levels. So now when they start to peak over to the side and they see you hit builder 500 and then they peak again, see you hit builder 1000, they peak again, and it's indirect pressure, right? I tell you, people are nosy, right? People don't know how to mind their own business, right? So you give them something to peek at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, give them something to peek at. Just keep on hitting ranks because at some point in time, let's say that they're doing 3 deals a month. And let's just say on the average of $3,500 a deal, they're making $10,000 a month. But you're at builder 15. You're making $15,000 a month. Whatever that is whatever that is. But let's say you're making $15,000 a month, and they're making $10,000 to $15,000 a month, with sales. They see that you pretty much are Cadillac, and they see you pretty much you on coast mode, while they have to get out there in the field and in the trenches, and they have to go back and be themselves again next month. They go back and beat themselves again next month. They got to go back and knock on the door again next month. They got to go back and make some phone calls again next month. They got to go back and hit social media again next month, and they don't even hear about you selling nothing, but they hear, yeah, he's 15 grand a month, 6 figures a year. Maybe I should start talking a little bit more about this business side of it as opposed to just the solar side of it. Okay, because your impact, guys, it's going to happen. You just hadn't been around enough for it to happen. You hadn't done enough for create enough examples of it, for it to impact somebody. But people are watching, and and some of you guys have already had people start to come back and reach out to you based on the fact they see you are serious about this thing. They see you posting about it all the time, and now ever since I did the post, I told y'all, people's eyeballs are always going to be on you. Ever since I did the post about the house, when I'm out in public and I bump into people, they may not call me, but as soon as they see me in public, they bring it up. And every time we get anywhere close to hurricane season or something's on the radar or whatever, they're gonna think about me and my post. They're gonna think about me and my batteries. They're gonna think about me not having to worry about lights going out. And like I told one of my cousins, one of my people on a post said, I know where I'm going, when the lights go out again. I'm like, that's a lie. You better get you some solar. Y'all ain't gonna pile up at my house. You know what I'm saying? No. So you better find the nearest hotel, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you gotta do, but you get you some solar or something, but all y'all ain't coming over here. You know what I'm saying? So no. So again, get out there, guys, and do your thing. Make people know that what you're doing is working by you working it. Be successful in your situation. And at 12 o'clock, what I'm going to do, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Like I said, 12 o'clock, we're going to have, again, definitely would love to have y'all on 5 minutes early, so I can and make sure that you're heard, make sure your voice is heard, because in that recording, I want people to see you in every recording going forward that we use for those rotational presentations. And that way, it's like, hey, when they on there, they see you, they hear from you, even if you're not on there. Okay? And so, but other than that, before we got here, any closing shots, any from any of the leaders, you want to add anything? Or you got anything you want to bring to the table?
Yes. Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So I just want to remind everybody that the flyers for Rainish 2, they're on the back office. But also, if you are posting on Facebook, and this is very important, when you're sharing your page, I'm trying to look for that link, and then once I find it, I will send it to the group chat. But if you post your page directly into Facebook, it takes you directly into the main page. So you don't want to do that because it goes directly to Bill. And if there's leads or stuff coming in, that's going to go to them, not you. So you guys want to make sure, I'll put the link in there where you can create your own little, it's like a shortened, I don't know how to explain it in technical terms, but it's a short website basically that's attached to yours. And that's the one you have to put in on your page. Even on your main page, you know how on Facebook you put your page? If you're adding any of the solar page, all the pages that we have, and if you're putting it directly from the build page that we get the link, that's going to them directly. So you don't want to do that because they're the ones that are going to get the leads. So I'll put that link on the group chat, our group chat, and then let me just look for it because it's been a while since I used it. But you can create even a barcode and all that. And if anybody else has another idea, you want to make sure you put it in there too. But that's the way you add your own page. So you basically copy the page from Built, and then you put it into that page, and it'll create a short web page that you can add into Facebook. So do not put anything that comes directly from your build page because it's going to take it. And if you guys scroll down, you'll be able to see that it says buildnetwork.com. It doesn't have your number or your page. So don't do that because it's going to send it to them. So I just want to make sure everybody knows about that. And then I'll put it on the chat, okay?
They put it in leadership group, and then when you put in leadership group, everybody have it, and then I'll put it in the Telegram groups as well.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else before we wrap up? I appreciate that, Brenda.
I would like to say something.
Okay.
I want to put in a plug for Mrs. Bean. She posted yesterday about the rain shower heads, and they're on sale right now. I got one, my son got one, everybody's getting one. So those are awesome. So I just want to put that plug in there. If you want one, it's really cheap.
And they're not financeable. So like I said, you're paying cash for it, or however you're going to pay for it, but it's not one that you can finance. But yeah, they're on sale. I didn't know that. See, I just tell you, she don't tell me nothing. So yeah, but now I'm just but no, they are on sale, and you got to get them. I'm telling you, get them so you can have an experience with those right away, and it gives you something else that you can talk about, something else that you can learn, that you can get, that you can literally strike up a conversation about, and also the testimonials will start pouring in on how you feel, how your skin feels, how your hair looks, or how your hair is, is receiving the new water as opposed to the filtered water, as opposed to the hard water. So again, go ahead and get you the shower head and start creating a testimonial. All right. So I got one more, looks like Kyrie, and then we'll get out.
All right, great. First and foremost, I just want to thank you for your leadership, sir. I mean, honestly speaking, I scratch my head from time to time because I'm like, I'm locked in with the magic man. You know what I'm saying? and for the team too, because we are all a great source of a great resource for one another, because many of us sharing here, in this fireside chat, if you will, and we're taking from one another and adding it to our repertoire, and it helps. It helps, and the testimonies, because at times, like I said, right now I'm running on fumes, which is a good thing for me, but at the same time, when I hear certain testimonies from everyone, the nuggets and the testimonies, trust me, it's such an encouragement throughout the rest of the week. It's like you just put rocket fuel, battery in the back, and so forth. But once again, I thank you, appreciate you for your counsel, congratulate everybody for their victories, their upcoming victories this week, and let's continue to build.
Yeah, and this is where this is where you create your masterminds at. And so that's why it's very, very important to have everyone on your team on these events, that can be on them. Because when they're in here, they get the value of it. You'll be amazed at how many people who are not plugged in, when they get on one or two of these, how the information starts to change their perception of what this is and how valuable the thing really is. And then when they start doing something, they start bringing, testimonials to the table. They start bringing value to it. And next thing you know, you'll start to see the cream rise to the top. And, you have 200-300 people on there, but you got 20-30 people who are out there building and that you can build around. And next thing you know, you got your mastermind team coming out of that. You end up with about 5 or 6 people who are part of your mastermind team out of that. And, but it starts in areas like this. And so this is where you're bringing them in. This is where you're cultivating people. And this is where you allow them to go out there and be who they're going to be, and show you who they're going to be through that process. And then you go from there. So appreciate you, bro. And each and every last one of y'all guys, great week, great call. I hope you guys got some value out of it. Make sure that when you leave this call, go back and tag everybody who wasn't in it. in it on Facebook, so they get a chance to watch it. And don't just tag them in it. Tag them in it, and give them some of the nuggets on that message, that you got out of the call, and give them some of the things that they can find, or some of the things that they may be needing help from, or they may be having challenges with, and to just talk about it in that post. So when you put that out there and you tag those people in there and you put that message in there, that's where the value comes in at, not just tagging them, but also tagging them and adding a note on that. All right. So, all right, guys, next week, same time, same line, more people, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, first presentation of the day, then 2, then 4. So let's make it happen.
All right, folks, see y'all on the call.
All right, guys.
All right, see y'all later.